Mr. Farenthold for 5 minutes for a statement on the legislation.
Thank you very much, Chairman Chaffetz. Every year, federal agencies issue thousands of new regulations. Each must be reviewed in a period of notice and comment. These periods allow the public the opportunity to review regulations and offer constructive feedback for agencies to take into account. Unfortunately, we've seen agencies ignore these comments time and again. Even worse, we've seen them from time to time trying to manipulate the public into commenting in support of their proposals. You know, that's just not right. Our committee found last Congress that there was a clear example with the Environmental Protection Agency. The committee reported on its findings in a majority staff report released last Congress, and we found the EPA was actively campaigning for their proposed rules in the middle of the comment. After issuing its Water the U.S. proposed rule called WOTUS, the EPA undertook a public campaign to solicit support for what they claimed was just a proposed rule. The EPA used social media to send out oversimplified statements like, "I choose clean water." However, this type of advertising is counter to the purpose of posting a proposed rule. The EPA should not be tipping the scale, putting their finger on the scale and tipping it in favor of their proposal, nor should any other agency. Of course, everyone supports clean water, but the EPA solicited support by condensing an extraordinary complex and controversial proposed rules down to a, quite frankly, misleading talking point. The EPA's social media campaign undermined the purpose and spirit of the notice and comment process. Yes, everyone supports clean water, but not everyone supports costly regulations that are unnecessary and overly burdensome to small businesses and private landowners. So we have got to solve that. So this legislation does that by adding transparency requirements into the proposed rulemaking process, requires agencies to post all public comments they issue during a proposed rule stage in a central location, and it further prohibits agencies from actively soliciting support for what would be considered a proposal to the public for regulatory action. More than anything else, the Regulatory Integrity Act is a good government transparency bill. You know, we were talking about some of the problems that were going on during the last Congress and under the last administration. I would certainly think we could get bipartisan support at this time because we don't want the same thing to continue to happen regardless of who the president is. And for this reason, I urge my colleagues to support this legislation.
I thank the gentleman. We're now recognizing